Good morning, everybody. I'm sitting here working on the Einstein Commission. I love making dolls. He is a doll, of course, and this this video is going to be about my journey and the beginning of it. When I first started crocheting, I was 13 years old. I am now 47. My biological mother is the one that taught me how to crochet. My grandparents raised me, of course, and once I got to spend time with my biological mother, of course, I took time to bond with her because obviously, for obvious reasons, but all I've ever known to make is blankets, scarves, things like that, because I used to work at Applebee's many moons ago, and I I used to do fancy beadwork on my scarves, and mind you, this is back in the day when we were lucky if we threw a disposable camera in the back seat of our car, and we got it developed at Kmart. So, I mean, I've been crocheting for 36 years. Let's see. Let's do, I'll do the math. If I did the math wrong, you can do the math for me and put it in the comments. But anyway, my point to all this is over the years, I have crocheted different ways and I have learned different techniques. But the most unique part of my crocheting journey is when the internet happened. The internet has been one of the biggest blessings for me. I met a friend online, and she had an Etsy shop, and this was about 4 years ago, I do believe. And I worked along beside her, me and one other woman, actually two of us, worked with her, and we put things in the shop, and we had fun together, and we did what we could to make the money that we needed. And we did good for a little while together. Well, over time, we grew apart because what isn't right for you will separate itself from you. Anyway, past 2 or 3 years, I went out on my own because when I started with this woman, that was a piece of dust. When I started with this woman, I was already starting to develop Gardening Girl, my business character, who I am. And I was making my garden. I was starting my gardening journey and my herbal journey. And actually, that was about 5 years ago, I do believe, 5 or 6. I'm horrible with timelines. I have time blindness horribly. Like, if I don't write it down, I don't remember timelines well. So if I say any timeline wrong, it's not intentional. But anyway, I ventured out on my own and I started crocheting plants. and I was selling at sales and yard sales and on my own on the internet. And I was doing really well for myself. And then my sister, I was a full time in home caregiver to my sister for 10 years. She passed away recently, back in April, and that's been rough. So it's like I still did it, but I didn't have time to actually focus on me, if that makes sense. So now that my sissy is gone, I really don't know what to do with my time other than work, and spend time with my family. Excuse me. Um, so I guess I'm going to mark this video as the beginning of my journey of becoming an actual crochet business. So, if you want to follow on this journey with me, let's get started. So, I'm going to mark this as the first video. So, my first step is I am going to go talk to someone and learn all I can about building my business credit and learning how to start all that up. So, I keep seeing things floating in front of the camera. It's little pieces of dust. I think I'm hitting the couch. It looks wild in the camera. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's wild looking. So I've got my ring light above me. But anyway, this is going to evolve too. Just like my work, everything evolves in my life. I'm constantly evolving. I think that's what we humans need to do. So just keep remembering to do what you love, and please don't stay stuck. I love you guys.